Good morning and greetings from Stafford Church behind me, centre of Stafford, 23rd of August, Sunday, about 10 o'clock-ish. Organs just kicked off. And a big hello to my 6 subscribers out there, whoever you may be. Thank you so much. So you probably, those of you that have been watching for a while probably realise that the channel's a bit rambling at the moment. It's meant to sort of work its way up to moving on to my XS11 catamaran Kalbarri in October 28. But things have taken a bit of a turn. The boat's still there, the boat's still going to be handed over, but change in circumstances on my part. I have been working as a contract engineer for a company called Hill Helicopters in Stafford for the last 5 years. Prior to that, I did about 7 years with AMG Mercedes Petronas. They shuffled me around, contracting, so I was shuffled around various departments, composites, suspension group, front of engine group, so forth. Wonderful time, particularly as I was going through a divorce at the time, pretty ugly. It was the distraction of being completely focused on work was really helpful. And then COSCAP came through and they said, Tim, thanks very much, but we're going to have to let you go for the summer because they have to cut back on their spend. And was introduced to Jason Hill at Hill Helicopters and moved across there and didn't go back to Formula One. Anyway, sorry, I'm just walking past. So, unfortunately, my tenure at Hill came to an end in May. They decided to give me notice. They very kindly paid me for May on gardening leave. And so I thought, okay, let's do some positive stuff. So I went off and did my STCW fire training and first aid and all the rest of it to take my commercially endorsed Yachtmaster to STCW level, so I can skip a non-British flag boats professionally, and set about trying to find another job. Because some of my friends who have retired said, "Oh, why don't you just retire?" And I just thought, no, I need focus, I need structure. So I went off on a whole string of interviews and applications. There was a startup down in Reading doing New Orbit, doing low Earth orbit satellites, and that got all the way through to the final interview, and they decided I didn't really have enough space experience, even though they're starting from scratch themselves. But there we go. I'm not bitter. A very interesting project, and then contact with a Miami-based charter company that look after charter boats in the BVI. There was an option there to skip a 64-foot monohull. It's like in at the deep end, because I'm basically a 42-foot cat. It's about the biggest I've skippered. Anyway, it got to the point where they were going to fly me out, and I was going to do a transfer of the boat out of the BVI for hurricane season down to Grenada. And it was all going great guns, and then the guy that runs the company got in touch and said, "Look, I'm sorry, but the owner's decided he's going to sell the boat. He's not going to put it into charter." So what would have been a 10-month skipper job in the BVI from October just suddenly went quiet. And anyway, I won't prattle on too long, but in the end I was spotted by somebody, very switched on HR lady at Bold Technologies in Barcelona, and they got in touch and said, "Look, we're looking for a senior composites engineer, a lot of experience. We've got lots of juniors, graduates that need somebody who's willing to pass on their know-how." I think that was meant to be me. So I did a string of Teams interviews. Turns out one of them, Seb, I worked with at Mercedes. He was we didn't work directly with each other, but we sort of our paths crossed a few times. So all went really well. They flew me out. You probably saw some videos I did, mainly for my kids, of my 3 days in Barcelona. And guess what? They've offered me a job. So I'm due to start on the 1st of September. I'm getting the ferry from Portsmouth to Bilbao on 7 o'clock in the evening on the 27th of August. I'm taking my ID Buzz van with all my windsurfing kit. I've boxed up all the furniture I'm taking. I found a 2-bed apartment in Mataro, which is about 20 minutes east on the coast from Barcelona centre, and is directly south of Circuit de Catalunya, which is where Bold are based. Should be a 28-minute commute to work. All the stuff I'm taking is probably in Alicante now, and is going to be delivered to the apartment I've got set up mid next month. So exciting times. Moving from one country to another. For background, I was born in Australia, Perth in Western Australia. Left when I was 22. Came to the UK because I was determined to be a Formula One driver. I gave it a go. I didn't get beyond Formula Ford, but I had a parallel career as a mechanic and ended up working in Formula One as a mechanic, and then over time did night school and moved into the design office at Jordan Grand Prix. My first Formula One team was the Williams F1 in '88, and I left Jordan Grand Prix 2007 to set up my own engineering consultancy. So it's not the first time I've moved to another country, I'll be honest with you. Coming to the UK in 1984, it was a shock. I thought I knew what I was letting myself in for, because in Perth at the time there was a lot of BBC programmes on TV, ABC in Australia, and at least half the kids I went to school with were expat £10 POMs, as we call them, expat Brits. So I thought I knew what I was letting myself in for, but man, it was a shock. It was violent. It was pretty horrible. But many thanks to the UK. I've had an amazing career here. I've got 3 wonderful children, all born here. But it's time to move on. So channel's going to take a little bit of a swerve and look at the transition in life from the UK to Spain. I'm sure it's not all going to be sangria and paella. It's going to be a bit difficult. I think the language and culture. I've been to Spain many times. I love the place, so I don't think there'll be a big issue. But also I'm just looking forward to immersing myself in work. The last effectively 4 months I've had off is the longest break in my career ever. I've found I've got into a routine of hitting the gym at 9:30 for 2 classes for an hour, possibly visiting the pub a little bit more often than I should do in the evenings. The weather's been so nice. But I realise I need to focus, and I think retiring at the age I am now, 64, I think I'd be a bit listless. Anyway, so long story short, we're going to Barcelona, so come and join me. I'll be doing some technical stuff on visas and the trip across and the procedure for renting properties, and then hopefully I'm going to ingratiate myself at the local sailing club and see if I can pick up some crew spots for evening sailing, weekend sailing. Great beach nearby. We're going to be out on the foil, and also beach volleyball. I fancy getting back into beach volleyball. So let's see where this takes us. Anyway, farewell to Stafford. I might take you to the pub this afternoon. See ya.